Welcome to the Listening Window, your space for English listening and speaking practice through immersive storytelling. This is a repeat after me video, so speak with me, one sentence at a time. Today's love story is called The Letter in the Window. It begins with a quiet routine and a face seen only from across the street. But what starts as a silent connection becomes something unforgettable and heartbreaking. Repeat after every sentence. And remember, you can download the full story script for reading and practice by clicking the link in the description. Now, let's begin. My name is Ava. And for almost a year, I watched him every morning through the window across the street. We never spoke, never waved, but something about our daily glance became a rhythm I didn't want to break. He always sat at the same small table, just by the window, coffee in one hand, pen in the other, writing in what looked like a journal. He wore glasses, always had his sleeves rolled up, and sometimes laughed at things he wrote. I didn't know his name, but I gave him one. In my head, he was Window Guy. Every day at 7:15 a.m., like clockwork, I'd sit on my balcony with tea, pretending to read, but really, just waiting. One morning, he wasn't there. I thought maybe he was sick or away, but he didn't show up the next day either, or the next. A whole week passed, no Window Guy, and then on a rainy Wednesday morning, he appeared again. But something was different. His head was down. He wasn't writing. He looked tired, like the week had drained something out of him. I wanted to wave, or hold up a sign that said, I missed you. But I didn't. We were strangers. Then one morning, everything changed. I found a letter, taped to my window. One single sentence. Look at page 23. I didn't understand. But there was a book leaning against my front door. A small paperback I'd never seen before. It was titled, Across the Street. I opened it, shaking. On page 23, it read, She drinks tea every morning on the balcony, pretending to read. But I know she's watching me because I'm watching her too. My heart stopped. The book continued, describing me in vivid detail, my chipped blue mug, the blanket I always wore around my shoulders, even the time I sneezed 3 times in a row and spilled tea on my lap. He had noticed. All this time, we were both pretending. I turned the final page of the book, and taped to the back was another note. If you want to meet, leave the blue curtain open tomorrow. That night, I barely slept. I walked back and forth between the windows, the book, the note. Was it too forward? Too strange? But so was watching each other for a year and saying nothing. The next morning, I opened the blue curtain and waited. He appeared 5 minutes later. This time, he was holding a red notebook. And he smiled. A slow, genuine smile. He held up a sign that said, Saturday, 10 a.m. Cafe Lena. I nodded, probably too fast. He laughed again. And that's how we finally met. His name was Theo. He was a writer. The book was something he'd written just for me. Just in case. He never planned to publish it. He just wanted me to know. We had coffee that Saturday, and then lunch. And then 3 more hours walking around the city as if we'd always known each other. Time passed. We became inseparable. But still, part of me worried maybe it was too good to be real. Until he handed me another letter. This one wasn't taped to my window. It was in an envelope with my name written in his handwriting. Inside, it said, I think I've loved you since the first time you pretended not to look. We spent nearly 2 years together. The kind of love that doesn't need loud declarations, just shared silence, inside jokes, rainy days with books, and long looks across rooms. But love stories don't always end the way we expect. On the day he left, he kissed me on the forehead and said he'd be back by dinner. He never made it. A car crash, they said. Instant. No pain. But they didn't know about the pain afterward. I didn't leave the apartment for weeks. The curtains stayed shut. His chair across the street. Empty. Then one day I heard something. Tap, tap. At my window. Another envelope. Same handwriting. Same name. Inside was a final letter. One I still read every week. If you're reading this, it means I didn't get to say goodbye. But I need you to know, this was the happiest chapter of my life. Loving you. Watching you. Laughing with you. Thank you for opening the curtain. I hope you never close it again. And I haven't. Because now, every morning at 7:15, I sit on the balcony with my chipped blue mug and a notebook, waiting for someone across the street to notice me. Thank you for joining me today on the listening window. Now I'd love to hear from you. What if you were in Ava's place? Would you have opened the curtain? Or waited longer? Drop your alternative ending in the comments below. Let's talk about love, loss, and what it means to truly see someone. You can also download the full script to read and practice at your own pace. Just click the link in the description. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell for more stories that stay with you. Right here, on the listening window.